The last class we have discussed about the different problems related to connected bodies. Now it is time to discuss about the problems related to inclined plane. At first we have to define what is an inclined plane. Suppose this is a wedge shaped body. You have already seen this, like the ramp that has been designed specially for differently abled students so that they can walk along this ramp towards the classroom or other rooms of the school. In our school, there are two ramps, and these ramps are built specially for uh, moving the motorbikes towards the room. In front of our office room, there is a ramp. A ramp is an example of inclined plane. And this inclined plane is inclined, the plane of inclination. This is the plane of inclination, inclined plane, and this is the horizontal surface. And the angle is theta. Suppose. Now, before discussing about the problems related to inclined plane, we have to discuss a bit about the vector property of a force. Suppose this is a force F, and this force is, it represents 10 Newton force, 10 Newton, okay, along this direction. And this is horizontal direction, and this is vertical direction. We can write FH along horizontal direction and FV along vertical direction. The component of this force, this one, this is theta, this angle is theta. FH along horizontal direction, this component will be FH is equal to F cos theta. And along the vertical direction, it will be like this. This one and this one. Actually, the projection of this vector over this line and projection of this vector over this line. So, up to this, the dotted line, the point of intersection between the dotted lines and the solid line, this is the FH. FH is equal to F cos theta, and this is equal to FV. FV is equal to F sin theta. This is equal to F sin theta. Okay. That means any force can be resolved into two parts. One along the horizontal direction and other along the vertical direction. The component of the force along horizontal direction is equal to F cos theta if this angle is theta, and that component of force along the vertical direction will be F sin theta if this angle is theta, not this angle. This angle is equal to theta. Okay. So this is the basic principle related to resolutions of force along two perpendicular directions. We can say this is equal to Fx along x direction, Fx is equal to F cos theta. Similarly, Fv can be replaced by Fy as this is along the y direction, so Fy is equal to Fv is equal to F sin theta. Perhaps this is clear for all of you. Now we shall apply this principle here. Now we have already discussed about the figure. This figure represents actually this black one. This triangular figure represents about the inclined plane, and you are already acquainted with the inclined plane, like the ramp in a school building, and there is one ramp in our school building in front of our classroom, uh, and there is another ramp in front of our uh, room number 5, just beside the big hall room. Okay, so suppose a body, a box or a block is placed on this inclined plane. Now we know the weight of a body is always vertically downwards. The weight of a body is always vertically downwards. Suppose this red line represents the weight, and the weight is always vertically downwards, and we shall say this vector or the force applied on the body as the weight. You know the weight is a force, and if the mass of the body is m, then we can say easily this force, the red line with arrowhead, represents a force that is equal to mg, and this is the weight of the body of the mass m. This is the body actually. Now we shall draw two perpendicular lines like this line and this line, one along the horizontal direction and other along the vertical direction. But in this case, the vertical sense of vertical and vertical sense of horizontal will be different like this. Actually, this is the vertical line. So we have to draw two perpendicular lines. Simply, two perpendicular lines are like this. Suppose there is a line like this, and another line like this. The blue lines are representing two perpendicular. This line is perpendicular to this line. Actually, this blue line and this blue line, these lines, one is parallel to the inclined plane and other is perpendicular to the inclined plane. Okay. Now, from simple geometry, perhaps you are all acquainted with the simple principles of geometry, otherwise physics study is not possible. Actually, this angle is theta. Okay. Now, we can say if this angle is theta, then this angle also will be theta, because this line A, B, C, triangle ABC represents the ramp designing of the ramp or the inclined plane, and this blue line, suppose this is O point, this is X point, this point is X, this point is Y. So OX is perpendicular to AB. You know, OX is perpendicular to AB, and this line, this one MG, which is, that is perpendicular to BC. So the angle between AB and BC will be the angle between this line and this line. The angle between two perpendiculars of two different lines will be same as the angle between the original lines. Once again, I am saying the same principle. The angle between two perpendiculars of two different lines will be same as the angle between two original lines. So AB and BC are two original lines. Now OX is perpendicular to AB, and O, this line, actually the red line, is perpendicular to BC. So the angle between OX and the red line will be theta, as the angle between AB and BC is equal to theta. It is clear perhaps? Now, as this angle is theta, when this angle is theta, the other line is equal to F cos theta. So we can say OX represents the force that is equal to mg cos theta. That is equal to mg cos theta. And OY is the arrowhead or line or vector, as you say, that is equal to mg sin theta. So the force mg has been resolved into two parts. One is equal to mg cos theta and other is equal to mg sin theta. Okay. So this is the very essential principle for solving the mechanical problems related to inclined plane. You have to remember this. This force, which is perpendicular to the inclined plane, is equal to mg cos theta, and the force that is perpendicular to the parallel to the inclined plane is equal to mg sin theta. Okay, so we get two forces. One is equal to mg cos theta, and other is equal to mg sin theta. Now, what is the reaction force? Reaction force. Actually, when a body is placed on a plane surface, suppose this is a plane surface, suppose surface of the table, and a body like this of mass m is placed on this plane surface. So this is equal to m, mass of the body is equal to m, and we know the weight of the body is always vertically downwards. So the weight of the body is always vertically downwards. This is equal to mg. Okay, very simple. This is equal to mg. We can say this mg. Now, when the body, this is the body or the block that exerts a force, that applies a force on the table. This is the table. This is the table. A force, and that force is equal to mg. We know from Newton's third law, every action has equal and opposite reaction. So the reaction force provided by the table on the body will be equal to mg, again mg. So this is equal to mg. And we can say reaction force, reaction or R is equal to mg. So from this principle, what is reaction? Reaction is provided by the surface, and the direction of reaction force is perpendicular to the surface. The direction of reaction force is perpendicular to the surface on which the body is placed. Now this is the reaction force that is perpendicular to the surface. Similarly, in this case, from this principle, this is the idea, actual idea. From this principle, we can say the reaction force provided by the surface is equal to this one. This is the reaction force. And reaction force will be equal to, reaction force is equal to mg cos theta. This is the reaction force. So, this body is acted upon by, in this case, three forces. When this force is resolved into two parts, this force cancels and the blue lines or blue arrows will come into play. So these are two forces due to the weight. The weight has been divided into two parts. One is equal to mg sin theta, and another is equal to mg cos theta. So when we take or we consider these two forces, mg sin theta and mg cos theta, we have to cancel, or we have to forget about mg, because the mg gives mg sin theta and mg cos theta. Now, this surface AB provides the reaction force, and the reaction force is equal to mg cos theta. As mg cos theta and this mg cos theta, these two forces acting along the opposite directions to each other, these two forces will cancel each other. So due to this force and due to this force, the body will have no motion. But mg sin theta is the single force that is acting downwards along the plane. This body is acted upon by a single force mg sin theta, and that is along the inclined plane. So this force will provide the acceleration. That means we can say the accelerating force, the force that gives acceleration. That means acceleration producing force is equal to mg sin theta. Okay. So this is the force that produces the acceleration. So this is a very simple idea. When an inclined plane is considered and a body is placed on the inclined plane, there are several forces, and all the forces has been discussed in detail according to our principles of mechanics, and you have to go through the entire lecture if you want to study the problems related to pulley, and at the same time the problems related to pulley and inclined plane. These are complicated problems than the problems related or discussed earlier, but not impossible to solve. There are so many complicated problems waiting for you, and you have to tune your mind according to the complication of the problem. Okay, thank you for watching this video. The video ends now.